Hey guys, Prangell Gaming here, and today I'm going to be giving you another Millwall analysis video. Now, today's Millwall analysis video is Barnsley versus Millwall. Now, unfortunately, we did lose the game 2-1, and again, this inconsistency for Millwall is the thing that is putting us in this position, because we won a game pretty well, and then we go and lose a game, and at the moment that seems to be all that's happening for the club. Now, enough about Millwall's form. Let's actually talk about the game. Now, the first chance that I'll be talking about is actually the first Barnsley goal. Now, the corner is taken short and eventually the ball ends up at the feet of White, who dribbles around and passes the ball to Hamill, who crosses the ball in delicately, may I add. And that ball comes in to Sam Winnall, who flicks the header past David Ford. Now, this is a moment that you'll be quite surprised in the manner it happened, as you would expect the defence to have dealt with it at least half-hearted to get partly near the ball, but unfortunately it happened so fast the defence didn't do anything. Ford couldn't save it as Winnall did header it into the back of the net, and I think that Ford was expecting the defence to do better than what they actually did. But either way, Ford could have been a lot better with the chance, could have saved it, could have tried a bit more, but I think he's put in quite a difficult position as it all happened too fast, and I honestly feel for Ford there, because I reckon if he had more time he probably would have got something on that and stopped it from going in the back of the net. But of course they did score. They were the first team to take the lead in this game. Now the next chance starts because Fred actually gave the ball away. Now I don't just mean like he dribbled into someone and simply gave the ball away. No, none of that. He actually passed the ball into the most open area in the pitch, not even in our attacking half. He passed it straight into a defensive area. Now, that sparks danger signs just by doing that, but if it weren't for the fact that Winnall, the goal scorer, picked the ball up and sprinted up the pitch, and he then had the ball in the area where he gets tackled by Joe Martin. Now, that was a good challenge. There could have been a few penalty shouts there, and I do know that a lot of people said it may have been a penalty, but personally, I think that Joe Martin actually did make a fantastic tackle. Now, he may have got a bit of the player, but he basically got the ball, and I'm surprised we pulled off a great tackle like that without giving away a penalty, because it usually happens where that never happens and we will give the penalty away. Now, on to the second half. Another penalty shout for Barnsley. This is happening far too often for my liking. Now the offender this time is Steve Morison. Now he does this quite a lot in games when we're in our own area, and it is quite dangerous what he does. He threw the Barnsley player to the ground. Now we got lucky to get away with that, Millwall did, and it's reckless defending. This reckless defending could at least lead to Morison giving away a penalty and maybe getting a yellow card, but it happens all the time. And I'm just concerned because one of these days it will end up being a penalty and a yellow card, maybe even a red card, but we don't want that to happen. Now, Millwall did come close to getting the equaliser. This chance came from great teamwork from Joe Martin and Shane Ferguson, two of our key players in this game. They were fantastic down the left side of this pitch. Joe Martin beat the defender. He then played it to Shane Ferguson, who was up the pitch. Ferguson crossed the ball in very, very nicely, and it actually ended up on the head of Steve Morison. Morison sometimes can header a ball, and this time it was mainly one of them. He got a great chance on it, headed it. It was going into the left side of the goal, and a Barnsley player clears it off the line. How unlucky can you get? That could have been our equaliser there. 1-1, that would have put us straight back in the game, but unfortunately it didn't, and we had to wait to get our goal. The next chance came from a Barnsley free kick, and it was a fantastic chance. I don't actually know who struck the ball, but it made Ford have to save it, and he had to be at his best to stop that. Now, again, Barnsley came close to extending their lead. It's all about Barnsley in this game. They absolutely thumped us in most of this game. And this was where Winnall was bursting up the pitch from a counter-attack. He then managed to get between Saville and Webster, and if it wasn't for Ford's great foot save, then Barnsley would have taken a 2-1 lead. Now, Morison did manage to grab Millwall's equaliser, and I was quite happy about this. Morison's getting goals. He doesn't always get it, but every now and then he pops up with a goal that could help us in the game. Now, this came from a long throw. Joe Martin then hit an absolutely fantastic strike. If that had gone in the back of the net, that would have been an absolute screamer. But unfortunately, it hit the post. But it did ricochet off the post, and Morison was the first player to react. And he put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-1. Now, game on, you would think. Now, unfortunately, the last chance that I will be talking about is in Barnsley's favour, as it's where they actually get their goal. Now, this was a fantastic move, and Barnsley definitely deserved to score it just for the manner it happened and how good the attacking play was. Now, a player put a nice skill to Adam Hamill. Now, he's been a great player in this game, creating lots of opportunities as it is. He then runs through and manages to get past the defenders and into the box and squeeze between Beavers and Edwards. I don't know how he did it. There was about that much space in between them, and he still managed to get in between them and keep the ball, which is even better in that skill. And then he managed to also pull off a fake shot to take Ford and Beavers completely out of the game and puts the ball into a half-open net. Now, if that isn't a fantastic goal, I don't know what is. But Millwall, we did come close with various amount of chances. We even hit the crossbar, but it just didn't go in. Now for the key players. Now for Barnsley, if I said anyone else, I think that I would be wrong. It's gotta be Adam Hamill. He was fantastic. A brilliant player. He has so much skill, and he did use it in that game. He was very clever. He had a lot of trickery about him, especially while he was dribbling, and that's why he created so many chances and even got his goal. And I think he was one of the main players that definitely harmed Millwall's defence when attacking. Now for Millwall, this is a player you don't actually get to hear too often get praise on this channel, and it is David Ford. He is back. He's finally performing like the goalkeeper he used to be like. Now, I don't give him much praise, but without him we would have conceded more goals and maybe would have lost by about 3 goals, which isn't nice against a team that were in a position that Barnsley were at the beginning of the day. Now, Ford looked fantastic after returning from that break, and I mean, last time this happened, I believe, was when Mike Taylor was at the club and he came in. Ford had a break, Ford came back, he was brilliant. And I think this is when Ford gets the best out of himself. Because he plays too much, he gets quite tired quite easily. So I'm very happy that he's finally back. And if he can perform that way, then that will be brilliant. Now, Millwall's next game is against Oldham away from home on Saturday. That'll be an interesting game. Will we be able to get 3 points, or will inconsistency strike again? Who knows? Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and of course stay tuned for more Millwall analysis videos. Goodbye.